hello. I'm feeling particularly chipper because I have managed to finish. Yes, that's what I want to do. I want to go get back on this track for a little while. I managed to do some work on the and finish. Well, I've become unable to put thoughts together and sentences of any type with any coherence of any kind. Here's what I've been able to do. I filled up this perk tree. I got the enchanting 5 of 5 right there, which then enabled me to make a full set of alchemy ware, which is a 25% stuff, and then from there you can do the whole restoration thing. I don't know why it works, but it does. And you bounce back and forth, getting better and better.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Hello, Tolfdir. Urog suggested I come see you.
Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery?
Well, I found a certain book, Night of Tears.
Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Nair fought over? I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Aliad, Bremer, Daedric, or even Falmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience, but can you feel it? This marvelous object, it practically radiates magicka, and yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aran is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must intrude. It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, what's going on?
Really? Will allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Sigil Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants.
Okay, it's fine with me.
I'll be the one asking the questions.
Okay,
All
fine.
you need to know is that the Sigil Order is a rogue organization, believing themselves to be above the law. They have clashed with the Old Mary Dominion before, and I have no intention of allowing that to happen here. Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he is here. and then he will be removed from college grounds.
By all means. Oops. After you, Ancano.
Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. It is good to meet you in person.
Oh, what's going on? And what happened, everyone? That's a stupid. What's going on?
I'd simply like to talk to you.
Okay.
I've given us a chance to speak privately. But I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance.
Oh, dire.
And attempts to contact you, as we have previously
That's an interesting word.
failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with.
Okay, well, what does this have to do with me directly, Quarrener?
You set this chain of events in motion at Sarthor. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Oncano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so.
Okay, let's use a little logic here. I happen to stumble on this. I'm a lowly apprentice, and because I accidentally stumbled on this, I'm responsible for this. This makes no sense. Okay, so what exactly is the problem?
As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided.
I'll help, but I don't know what to do.
Unfortunately, the future is as obscure to us as it is to you. The overwhelming power of the Eye makes it difficult for us to see. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college.
Oh my.
His perception may be more coherent than ours.
Okay. Where can I find this augur?
I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Well, what is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here she is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I shall not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I've offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented.
Have you ever heard of the augur of Dunlane?
Has Tolfdir been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject. All right then.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? Mm-hmm.
Restoration is a perfectly valid... Why are my research materials constantly disappearing?
There is no help for you here. is no solace in knowing what is to come. Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
So, you're the augur of Dunlane.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek.
Then what is it that I'm seeking?
You seek that which all who wield magic seek. Knowledge. You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
I'm not the first to come see you.
No, though you may be the last. The one who calls himself Ancano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that could save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
What do I need?
You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center. So you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your archmage.
The staff of Magnus. Okay. I'm supposed to go and talk to Savos Aaron. Archmage. That lying sack of excuse me, the distinguished head of the college.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented.
Archmage Aaron, I have important information for you.
Really? And what might that be?
We need to find the staff of Magnus.
I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it.
It's connected to the orb we found.
And how do you know of this?
I spoke with the augur of Dunlane.
Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this.
You mean me, of course.
I certainly do. Since you went so far as to seek out the augur for advice, I thought you'd be more enthusiastic. Something as specific and ancient as the staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
Do you know anything about the staff of Magnus?
Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
Archmage Aaron said you'd mentioned it recently.
I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere.
Who are the Synod?
Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power.
So no one knows the staff's location?
No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Okay. Thanks, Ms. Irvin. Attendant Gavros, the council has become aware of the lack of progress in your group's efforts. They're particularly displeased to learn that your specifications for the focusing crystal were completely incorrect. The entire Binders Conclave has worked tirelessly, and the council is quite sure this new crystal will suit your needs. You are herewith entrusted with delivering the crystal to the site, completing your work, and delivering a full report to the council with all possible haste. The council trusts you will deliver the crystal to the oculary personally and that there will be no further complications. First Adjunct Orenrel. Gavros Plinius. Bluestone. Very nice. Okay, call a halt to this session right here and pick it up next time. 357. Wait a minute.